chosen ones, empaths, and all the genuine souls out there. Narcissists don't just get that obsessed about anybody. First and foremost, that's got what you got to understand. They don't get that obsessed just over anyone. Alright? And really, this obsession is a telltale sign of something much greater. Okay? And it's to do with your spiritual rank. This is what it's to do with. It's to do with your spiritual rank. Okay? Because you are anointed, you might not realize this. Okay? You might not realize it because you thought all people are the same as you, or you didn't really see it. But you're from a tribe of people that are on earth that, I'm not saying you're perfect. Chosen ones, empaths, and genuine souls are not perfect. You make mistakes, you do wrong, you're a work in progress. But your heart is pure. It's in a purer state than many of these individuals in the world. Okay? So, I don't care what people have called you. If people have called you weird, or if people have called you crazy, or if people have called you, or undermined you or devalued you, or whoever, right? If this has gone on for your whole life, all right, it comes down to you're very misunderstood as an individual. You're very misunderstood. So what I'm saying to you is the reason why a narcissist has this crazy obsession throughout the relationship, at the beginning and even after, when they're trying to antagonize you or cause you pain, is still a form of an obsession. This is the telltale sign of your spiritual rank. I'm not saying them being obsessed determines your value. No, I'm saying that it's a sign of what you are and the ability and the influence you have over the narcissist. All right. And this can come from, many factors, but one in particular is God or the universe has raised you ranks, has raised you degrees in the spiritual realm. This is all taking place in the spiritual realm. You've been raised ranks, you've been raised degrees. It's not based on wealth, okay? It's based on spiritual wealth. That's what you have, okay? You have spiritual wealth. It's not based on who's got the most cars, who's got the most watches, who's got the most, you know what I'm saying? It's not based upon that, right? Who's got the most shoes? I'm saying you've got spiritual wealth. It's your heart. And God sees the layers of the heart and mind and knows that you are a good person, okay? So you'll be raised ranks. And by you being raised ranks, even prior to meeting the narcissist, this is the path that you was on, okay? This is the path that you was on. And I made a video that will come out, that's come out before this one. If you want to check that out, maybe after this video. But I touch on how the narcissist can't replace you because you were the divine assignment. So this is what I'm saying. You were sent their way. Into that in a bit more detail, but check it out if that's something that interests you. But what I'm trying to say is you was on a path of being raised ranks, and this is what made you so alluring. This is what made you so appealing to the narcissist, and this is what made the obsession. You could have been going through your life as a non-believer, right? You could have been going through your life as you don't have any belief system, all right? You could have been going through your life maybe doing wrongs and stuff, all right? But you're learning from it. But then you hit the awakening. You maybe started to get a belief system. You might start believing in God, the universe, spirituality, whatever, okay? But the assessment of your heart from God and the universe was seeing that you are in a pure state. and you do have a good heart. Based on this condition of your heart that has been absolutely destroyed, not destroyed, but absolutely hurt and scarred by the narcissist, and you may have shed tears over the narcissist and been upset. I remember someone in the comment section said that no, anyway, God's what, like, it was something about, like, God knows that you've been upset, that your heart's hurting, God, if you're able to feel others' pain, then you can't comprehend what God can feel or one of his servants or one of his worshippers or is going through pain from someone who's a deviant, from someone who's from the dark side, from the serpent, from the snake. Okay? Whether you look at this as positive energy and negative energy, whatever, right? They're coming from the dark side. And your heart was hurt over that. And you were someone that was raised in spirit. It's being raised in spiritual ranks. And even when you're at rock bottom, you're hopeless, you're confused, you're in the fog, you're lost. You're actually being raised even higher. Okay? You're even higher at that point. When you're out of it, you might be grieving and things like that. You don't realize what's happening in the spiritual realm about you. And the narcissist is deeply obsessed over you. Deeply, deeply obsessed over you because of you being this high rank. You have a source that is very alluring to them and very attractive to them. Your energy, your aura this is because you are of the positive, of the light. That's what you are of. And because you're of that, this is very appealing to them and makes them obsess even long after you're gone. Alright? So, I'm not basing this, to clarify, I'm not saying that the narcissist, their feelings towards you and their obsession, I'm not saying that determines your value, okay? Because they're obsessed. That doesn't determine your value. But it's a sign of something much greater that's even maybe beyond their comprehension. Okay? It's maybe even beyond their comprehension. They don't realize. But I tell you that after you're out of their lives, they realize that you are that being of light that is irreplaceable, that they won't find. And like I mentioned in that video that I was talking about earlier, this come out before this one, they do wake up to something greater than themselves, whether they start to comprehend positive energy, a positive force. They know that you've been sent, that you're from the light, and they truly comprehend that. And this turns their obsession even more twisted. Okay? Some of them will wage war against you. These are vessels. They are vessels of the darkness, of the serpent, of the negative energy. And they can wage war against you when they realize you are that being of light, especially when you're not doing what they want, especially when you're not letting them back in your life, or you're not doing these things, or they know they can't get you back. They can wage war, and that's something you have to watch out for. Remember, obsession is not always, a love bomb. Okay? They can come seriously deranged. Alright? But you don't need to fear it. Even if things is looking like chaotic and dysfunctional in your life, realize that God's there, the universe is there, you have been raised ranks. Now, you see, something that I should have touched on a lot earlier so you understand what I'm saying. With the chosen one, empath and genuine soul, the ranks that you're raised or the degrees that you're raised doesn't make you look at another person and you're better than them. It doesn't make you look at another person like you're better than them. And it's not egotistical. It's you're aware that you're almost like a lone traveler in this world, navigating through a world of darkness. Okay? You're a lone traveler. You don't get too comfortable. You realize a lot of people are fakes. You realize a lot of people are dodgy. Alright? That's what it's like. And even by you being this lone traveler, it doesn't make you have ego. Even towards these decrepit, dusty weirdos, nasty, parasitical demons. Right? You still don't have egotistical feelings towards them. You just know this world is a battle of light and dark. That's what you're aware of. Alright? And you have been gifted the sight, the vision, the glasses. You have been gifted this vision. Alright? To see correctly. This many people don't understand. Like I said, alright? You try to explain this to someone. Maybe your experience, maybe what I'm telling you now. They might say you're crazy. They might label you this, it's beyond their comprehension. Remember, you have an interpretation of things because you're raised ranks, because you're that high supply. The narcissist is deeply, deeply obsessed about you. Okay? And this is why I always say look beneath the veil. Alright? You've been gifted the vision to look beneath the veil. All you have to do is see that way. You have been gifted that vision to see beneath it. To see beneath the facade that whatever the narcissist tries to present in their life now. Living their best life, whatever. Okay? You can see through it. You can see that that's part of the obsession, even. A narcissist emphasizing so much that they're living their best life. Okay? You have the vision to look through that and see it's an obsession about yourself. Alright? So remember, those of you that do feel alone or lonely, you are in this world alone, but God's always there, the universe is always there. You have some close family and friends, maybe you do, maybe you don't. But you have the vision and you're navigating through life, and you've been given this vision to stay away from the snakes, to stay away from the fakes. Alright? And many people won't understand it. Psychoanalysts, psychologists, therapists, they're going to start associating, I mentioned this recently as well, they're going to start associating these feelings that you have as negative things, when actually it's your guide. It's to protect you. It's your discernment. Okay? So just understand you have been anointed. You are different. Remember, like, don't... See, the thing is, I don't think many of you will even think you're better than people and stuff like that, because you've come from such a dark place of not thinking much of yourself in some cases because of what the narcissist has done, the devaluation, things like that. You do need this divine insight to help you. Right? Divine insight is a part that you need to help you feel this empowerment, you see. Having divine insight will give you that. To know what's really going on. To know what's really going on. So anyway, thanks for listening today. I really appreciate the support. Please book a session if you'd like to. You may donate or support to the channel if you want to. Check out the main channel for more content. My podcast is now on Spotify. All links you need are in the description box below. If you would like access to over 100 exclusive videos, daily uploads and custom video requests, join my membership program at zionmembership.com. Links also in the description box below. There's a 3-day free trial and you can cancel at any time. All content is made by me with no ties to any organisation or university. Your support truly keeps us going. I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.